And welcome back to Who Would Win today, Thursday. This Who Would Win. Now, there's a little bit of discrepancy of who actually suggested this. I might have miswrote it down, at one point, but I'm going to give each person who I have it written down for the proper shout out. Corey Osborne and, excuse me, Loretta Bauer both asked the question, who would win the fight? The Winx Club, it might be the Wix. I think it's the Winx, Winx, Hansel, the Winx Club versus Venom. Obviously, we'll be using the Eddie Brock Venom. So Venom is the symbiote. Venom itself is Eddie Brock and the symbiote together. We are Venom. The symbiote can bond with any life form, really, but it finds Eddie one of its more preferable, suitable hosts. As Venom, they have pretty much every ability Spider-Man has, and even the ability to ignore Spider-Man's spider sense. He doesn't still have Spider-Man's spider sense. Meld in with shadows, camouflage, shape-shifting, rudimentary, like tentacles, blades, things along those lines. Heightened strength stronger than even Spider-Man's. Durability can withstand gunfire, blades, blunt force trauma with ease, and give back up. High regenerative capabilities. But the symbiotes are notorious for having a certain amount of weakness, certain set of weaknesses. Particularly fire and sound are really big weaknesses. Sound, particularly on certain decibels. So high frequency decibels really will mess the symbiote, and fire can actually kill them. But Venom is still one of the most dangerous combatants. I've had Venom, I think, on the show once or twice, and yeah, I've had a... So, Venom, tell me how you're doing today. We ate cookies. Great. Peanut butter or chocolate and tater tots. Tater tots and chocolate. It's fascinating. So the Winx Club, or Wix, I'm going to say Winx. I'm going to say Wix. The Winx Club is a group of fairies that actually go to a school for fairies and are basically magical superhero fairies that fight evil. Now, there's been a lot of members of the team, but I'm only really going to go over the core 5 or so, starting with Bloom, who I don't know if she was the de facto leader of the group. Obviously, if you can tell, I didn't watch Winx Club. But I get the impression she may have been the de facto leader of the group. But Bloom, as a fairy of the Dragon Flame, has fire-based powers. Spells can manifest in the form of fire dragons, fireballs, fire beams, firestorms, explosions of varying intensity, display fire-based offensive spells such as firewalls and flame shields, which are also defensive. So why does it say offensive? I don't know. Has a mental connection with her sister Daphne. The intensity and strength of her magic is proportional to her emotional state. Various acts of individual control. She has telekinetic abilities that are fueled by her calmness. Oh God, I'm hiccuping and burping. Why am I doing that? Whew. Okay, she can spontaneously generate and manipulate heat. Dark Bloom, which is basically an evil version of her, I think, is the same powers as Bloom had at that moment, although mixed with dark magic. So I'm guessing it's some sort of dark doppelganger. I saw a thing for Dark Bloom. Hold on, with her personality. It's dark. Okay. While in this form, it doesn't say how that happens. She's very negative. I'm guessing it's something to do with her mood or something like that. So yes, Bloom is... once again, I'm guessing she's the de facto leader of the group. It says she's a princess, so maybe. Let's see. So of the 5 core members, season 1. So Stella's the next one. Stella is, I'm gonna guess she is the yellow-haired one, because they got the picture here. I'm basically just guessing this off the top of my head right now, which one's which. Come on. Load. You're dragging this video on longer than it needs to be. Come on, load. Really? Why is this taking so... Fine, we'll go Flora instead. Flora's the one I'm guessing is dressed in green. Come on. Don't you hate these fan wikis that actually don't have just a standard scrolling icon? It's shaped like a... Hey, and I guessed that right. And there is no dark blue flora. Hey, flora, I'm guessing ice powers. No, I'm guessing plant-based powers. First of all, by the way, their personality is really not going to factor in this fight, so I'm just skipping it. Fairy of Nature has nature-based powers. Her strength relies on her surrounding environment. If she's in a dark area, her powers weaken. Kind of, so she's solar-powered, basically. Create binding vines, walls of vines, as well as blasts of flowers and pollen, either as an offensive or diversion. Can control the force and manipulate the earth and its energy. So it can be dangerous. Can talk to plant life, bring them to life, help them grow, and nurture them when they're sick. I'm guessing she's displayed some healing ability, so she's kind of the medic of the group. Let's try Stella. Stella is the yellow-haired one. Oh, I called that right. So right now we got a plant-based, or an earth nature-based fairy, and a fire fairy. And Stella, I'm going to guess, is a wind fairy? Let's see here now. Kind of fun to play this guessing game, especially when I know nothing of this series. Sun and Moon. Okay, I was completely off by that. Sun and Moon Fairy of the Shining Sun. Sun is based off the Shining Sun has sun-based and moon-based powers. Stella's attacks are mainly based around light and heat, which can be explained by our connection to the sun. Stella can throw blasts of sunlight energy and can make balls of solar heat, which occasionally have the ability to burn things. Occasionally, which means powers are less certainly not fire-based, and more just heat and energy. What is her moon powers exactly? She can shape her magic into barriers and shields, which can prove useful. She is majorly affected by the sun. She gains her energy from the sun and is heavily weakened when in very dark places or underground. It's stated that she has rings of something or other that have conveniently transformed her, or can transformed into a magical scepter when needed. She has the ultimate ability to manipulate solar and lunar light and the power stars. The power stars, not the power of stars, the power stars. She's able to then sense impurity when she was possessed. Some character was possessed. Has minor abilities to generate minor weather phenomenon. You'd think she had maybe like gravity-based powers, having lunar-based powers, or water magic or something like that. From what I could tell, the moon powers aren't very prevalent. Let's see now. The fourth member is Tekna. I'm going to guess it's the purple-haired one. That's how I'm identifying him. The brown hair, the purple hair. Nope, it was the lavender hair one. Oh, well. Alright, so what is your abilities? As a fairy of... She is a fairy of technology. Has technologically based powers. She's a techno fairy. That part's not in there, but that's essentially what it is. Doesn't that not add up to being a fairy? Isn't being a fairy being on some level connected with nature and the elements? Hence a fire fairy, sun, moon, nature, and stuff. Techno fairy don't make sense. Excuse me, let me use proper grammar here. It does not make sense for a fairy to be aligned with technology, a man-made construct. You know, technology has existed since pretty much the Stone Age. The wheel is technology, technically, but you know what I mean. Powers are entirely based on technology and digital energy. Oh, God. So electricity? I'm guessing? But on occasions has been known to control electricity. So digital energy is not electricity because she can occasionally control electricity. She can create shields of energy, digital cages, and walls of magical energy. Can throw blasts of energy. Can immobilize a person for a short time, cause them to implode. Okay, can create digital holograms many times used as illusions and traps. Can manipulate enemy machines, able to connect with different networks, which she has maps and locations. Can generate, absorb, redirect electricity from various sources. Has displayed the ability to summon data in from the palm of her hand when she's analyzing a subject. What the hell kind of show is this? See, I could grasp the concept now of this show up until we got to the Techno Fairy. The last one is Musa? Not Flora. I already did Flora. I wish this cold post-nasal drip shit would go away. It's really causing my voice to go hoarse anytime I'm doing a video here. Let's see. So Musa? Is that her name? Musa. So, Musa. Will you just... Okay. Musa? Thank you. Okay, Musa is the blue-haired one. Okay, what do you do? I'm guessing water or wind or ice. One of the three. Probably wrong on all those accounts. All right. Okay, this one makes more sense than Techno Angel or Techno Fairy. She's a fairy of music, has music-based powers, are connected not just to her music, but to the actual power of sound waves and sonic pressure. Can manipulate things by creating sonic booms, which cause rumbling and crashes, and can create sonic vibes, impulses which charge the air like energy blasts. Create sonic waves that hypnotize and block line of sight. Can unleash disrupting sonic booms, which can split the earth and crash in the air. Is also able to release sound waves that can be used to calm others and even put them to sleep. Can release sound waves to communicate with other civilians, so forth and so on. Sound and music is what she's known for. So, yeah. Venom versus the Winx Club. How would this happen? Let's say Venom gets transported to their universe, starts wreaking havoc, and they go to fight him. Not knowing what he is, thinking he's a demon, they charge in and, the fight begins. Now, the two fairies that have an advantage over him, flat out, are Musa, given sound waves, and Bloom, given fire. The other three would be having a problem with Venom. Venom is also isn't dumb. Venom's not dumb. Venom actually knows how to sneak around and things along those lines. He'd probably try to bring the fight to a place that he'd have an advantage, like a dark area or something like that, and bring the fight to them. Maybe using his web to drag one of them in the dark, maybe just eating their head. And I'd imagine that would be Flora because she's weaker in the dark, or weakest in the dark of the three of them. And the plants doesn't matter because it just eats their head. And then oh crap, I'm already forgetting their names. The moon sun powered one. Tries to light up the area. Venom is still blending in with the surroundings. Comes in, just takes out her, just eats her. And then you got basically three of the Winx Club up. But then you get the sonic vibrations coming from Musa, and that's starting to make Venom go haywire. Just, Now, here's the thing with that, though. Unlike, say, Bloom, who would immediately hurt Venom with fire, though Venom does have some resistance to fire. Mild, but it's not like fire's immediately going to just kill him or anything like that. He can resist it to a certain level. In fact, I believe between Venom and Carnage has a better resistance to sound waves, but a higher weakness to fire. And Venom actually has a higher resistance to fire than he does sound waves. Interesting little thing there. But anyway, the sound waves are causing Venom to go haywire, but I don't think she'd realize to tune into a right frequency immediately. Venom would immediately throw some spikes out, some Venom spikes, use the web, come and tackle her. She's able to avoid actually getting killed, but she does hit against a tree, and she's down for a little bit. Bloom comes in, starts trying to incinerate him. Just and then he's just getting out of the way as best he can. Meanwhile, Moon Sun Chick, whose name again is escaping me, is trying to conjure some fire heat energy as well. Venom is just using all of his know-how to just swing around fire, webbing at them, basically try to tie them down. Bloom's the one who can keep them fully at bay. The others have to struggle for it. Musa tries to get up again, but Venom comes in and pretty much knocks her out before she can even use the sound of her music abilities again. And then he basically just, kind of holds the hostage for her a little bit. Basically turns his hand into an axe, which it is shown he can kind of do that. And, just holding a blade up to her, it's like, you don't want anything to happen to her. You already lost two tasty friends earlier, revealing that he ate them, and they're just shocked and disgusted. Oh my god! And then just, let's say Dark Bloom comes out and, just adding dark magic on there, pushes Venom back, just, But here's the thing, and let's be clear, I'm sure these girls are really experienced by the end of their series, but Venom's dealt with a lot more individuals that have abilities like them than I think they are with dealing with someone like Venom. Now, that's kind of for someone who hasn't watched the show, so maybe there is a Venom-like character on the show, and I've just never seen it. But ultimately, yeah, I think Venom actually has enough experience dealing with individuals like this that really Bloom's the only one that's going to give him a real problem. I think once he realizes that Musa has music and sonic abilities, he would take her out as quick as possible, and then focus all his attention on Bloom, who Bloom again would keep him at bay. She would keep him at bay, but I think he would figure out how to get around her, possibly like bringing debris down upon her, to which she's got to get out of the way. Then like catching her in the web, she tries to blast him, definitely hits him, but then he just grabs her arm and just takes a bite out of her and starts eating her. So I think the Winx Club actually loses the fight. Now, see, here's the thing. I was initially as I was reading, I'm like, okay, you got two individuals on this team who both have Venom's weakness as their abilities. But I'm thinking more. Thinking more on, I'm like, yeah, but Venom's used to dealing with individuals who actually who actually have abilities that tailor to his weakness. And these girls are like young teens, fairies no less. And I don't think they dealt with anyone quite as intense as Venom to that degree. I mean, especially if you're going with like really messed up incarnations of Venom. I don't think that's something they are emotionally equipped to handle. Someone who would just flat out eat your head. Just eat your face. We will eat both your arms. Then we'll eat your leg, and then we'll eat your face, and you'll be just this legless, faceless, armless, legless, faceless thing rolling in the street like a turd in the wind. But I think Venom's actual overall experience dealing with similar individuals to the Winx Club gives him an edge over them, as opposed to them having the edge over him. They have an edge over him in terms of their abilities tailored to actually target his weaknesses. But because he has experience, he physically is also just completely wrecks them. Like they can't compete with him on a physical level. He grabs them and just squeezes. He will most likely break a limb, break their neck, whatever he's got. He will break it. So I must break you, Mr. Wen. I must break the Winx Club. I was born in the dark. Yeah, good trick to do about doing a Venom voice. Do a deep Sean Connery and then do this on your hand. Just, look, I'm Bane now. Oh, Batman, you're shaking. That's me. That's my version of Bane as a tender lover. That's a comedian's joke. Ultimately, though, yeah, I think I would say Venom would win the majority, but this is not a close match. I mean, this is not a beatdown, because they have not just one, but two individuals on the team that have abilities that are tailored to his weaknesses, that are his weakness. I'll go 60-40 in favor of Venom. I think a good 40% of the time they will, between teamwork and just overwhelming him with with sound and fire, they will beat him. But I do think Venom does take the majority win. It's not by a lot, but I think it is he who wins the fight. But let me know what you think. Put it in the comments below. Let me know. Thanks for watching, though. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. And ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Superhero, Magic, what if anything you do on the channel, put that in the comments below. I'll do that at some point as well. So Vice is going to be the movie I see tomorrow. Then I got Welcome to Tomorrow over the weekend. And that will be all the movies I mean, there's more movies I technically have to see for 2018, but that's going to be pretty much my 2018 finisher. And then I start working on my top 10 videos, my box office video, basically my end of the year videos. So until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you folks next time. Have a good one.